Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're cracking the code on a problem literally every business owner faces. Starting a business, actually pretty easy. But growing it profitably without burning yourself out for every single sale? Yeah, that's the hard part. Today, we're diving into the ultimate executive summary of Anaita Sarkar's masterclass, How to Sell Anything Online. We're going to build a system that gets you off that hamster wheel, focusing exclusively on turning one-time buyers into a recurring engine of totally loyal customers. Let's get into it. Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. First, the founder's marketing playbook. Then, the funnel, cold to hot. Next, TOFU, MOFU, and BOFU tactics. Number 4, the secret sauce, customer experience. 5, the magic bucket of loyalty. And finally, your weekly action plan. Section 1, the founder's marketing playbook, your blueprint to scale. The core philosophy here is actually really simple. Wealthy businesses use marketing systems, not just a daily, exhausting hustle. If you're relying on manual work for every single sale, you are going to burn out. We need a system. Section 2, the funnel, cold to hot. To build this system, let's just toss out the corporate jargon for a second. We're going to use a really simple temperature analogy to figure out exactly where every person in your target market sits. Now, the funnel isn't actually a marketing strategy in and of itself. It's really just a visual way to categorize how your potential customers are behaving. Think of it like a giant filter. You've got this massive pool of people up at the top, a smaller, warmer group in the middle, and the most focused, ready-to-buy group right at the bottom. Your one and only job is to guide them smoothly downward. Up at the very top, we have the TOFU, or top of funnel. This is your cold audience. They fit your target market, sure, but they have absolutely zero familiarity with your brand. Because they're literally freezing cold, you can't just jump in and ask them to buy right away. It doesn't work. Your primary goal here is purely brand awareness. You just want them to scroll past and eventually say, oh, right, I know that brand. Next up, they move into the MOFU, the middle of funnel. The temperature is rising. This is your warm audience. They've maybe watched your videos or liked a post, but they haven't actually pulled out their wallets yet. But because they already know who you are, they're way easier to convince to take a small step. So your goal shifts from basic awareness to driving actual traffic directly to your website. Finally, we hit the BOFU, the bottom of funnel. This is your hot audience, and honestly, they are practically boiling. They visited your site, maybe even tossed a few items into their cart. They are absolutely the easiest and cheapest consumers to convert. Your sole goal right here, close the sale. Section 3, TOFU, MOFU, and BOFU tactics. So how do we actually move people through these temperature zones? Let's do a rapid-fire breakdown of the specific daily tactics you need to be executing at each stage. For the top of funnel, your goal is basically omnipresence. You want to show up absolutely everywhere your target market is hanging out, and you want to do it as cheaply as possible to build up that initial brain space and recognition. To capture that freezing cold audience, you've got to hit them with quick, super engaging content. Use meta ads, and here is a totally crucial tip from the source, do not use your founder's story here. Cold audiences honestly don't care about you yet. Instead, use high-quality call-out images that highlight exactly what the product does for them. You can also leverage TikTok ads to cheaply buy followers and use influencer collaborations to build massive waitlists. By the time you actually launch, you've manufactured this huge wave of initial hype. Okay, let's slide down to the middle of the funnel. To warm up this audience, you have to stop shouting into the void and start whispering to the people who've already raised their hands. Run meta ads that specifically retarget the folks who engaged with your top of funnel content. Grab those emails, optimize your SEO so when they're Googling a solution, boom, your site pops up. You are actively grabbing this warm traffic and pulling it straight to your digital storefront. Down at the bottom of the funnel, it is all about removing friction. Focus heavily on website optimization. Are your add to cart buttons high contrast and bold? They need to be. Set up automated cart abandonment email flows. This is a real game changer because it literally generates sales in the background with zero daily work required from you. And hey, consider subscription models to turn that hot impulse buy into an automatic recurring habit. Section 4, secret sauce, customer experience. The absolute most crucial point here is that making the sale, that's not the finish line. It's actually the starting line. Now we're pivoting to the core objective of this whole explainer, keeping the customer once you've made that first hard-earned sale. Before you brush off retention to go chase shiny new leads, listen to this powerful stat from Bain & Company, cited in our source. Just a 5% increase in customer retention correlates with at least a 25% increase in profit. That's massive. Repeat customers spend more, and they cost way less to acquire. So, the secret sauce to achieving this isn't some complex algorithm. It's simply your ability to deliver an exceptional customer experience. You have to make your brand so incredibly memorable that they literally have no choice but to come back. Just giving a customer exactly what they ordered, that only means you met expectations. We need to totally blow those expectations out of the water. To pull this off, you've got to stop viewing customer service as some annoying operational chore. Start treating it as your absolute best marketing function. Map out every single touchpoint. Take a page from the brand Geet Up Co. They literally send personalized voice and a video notes to their customers on Instagram. Guarantee lightning fast dispatch, kind of like Shoppo does, because they know customers rely on them for last-minute needs. And make sure you're using automated post-purchase emails to subtly cross-sell complementary products while they're still riding the high of that initial purchase. Section 5. The magic bucket of loyalty. Delivering that exceptional customer experience naturally leads us to the ultimate prize for any founder. The source material beautifully calls this the magic bucket. The magic bucket represents your brand advocates. These are your raving fans, the ones who basically do your marketing for you through word of mouth. This is hands down the cheapest, most effective way to earn recurring revenue and finally step entirely off that exhausting hamster wheel of hustling for every single sale. So, how do we intentionally fill up this magic bucket? First up, loyalty programs. Think about a paid loyalty program like Adair's Linen Lovers, which secures recurring revenue and immense customer preference. Second, give them a dedicated space to chat, like a Facebook group, so they really feel like part of a community. Third, induce FOMO, fear of missing out. Do this with limited product drops and surprise collaborations, so your brand always feels exciting and fresh. And finally, treat them like absolute VIPs. Give them early access to sales, exclusive content, and better gifts. Section 6, your weekly action plan. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground today, right? From freezing cold audiences down to the magic bucket. But how do busy founders actually execute all these funnels, sauces, and buckets in reality without totally losing their minds? Well, to make sure you're feeding every single stage of this ecosystem, keeping the top totally full while simultaneously nurturing the bottom, you need a rigid, structured, weekly implementation checklist. You literally cannot just wake up and guess what marketing you're going to do that day. Here's your template for action. Monday through Wednesday, just batch your content creation for your top and middle of funnel. Head down, get it done. Thursday, zoom in on the secret sauce. Review a customer touchpoint or stress test your returns policy. Friday, focus on SEO and writing blog posts. Saturday, schedule that email campaign to push your bottom of funnel folks right to the cart. And Sunday, review your meta ads and PR metrics. By dedicating specific days to specific parts of the funnel, you remove all the guesswork and build a machine that's actually sustainable. I want to leave you with a final thought as you look at your own business today. Think about your daily grind right now. Are you still waking up every single day, exhausting yourself working for every individual one-off transaction? Or are you finally ready to build a system, a functioning funnel, a secret sauce, and a targeted weekly plan that turns one-time buyers into lifelong raving advocates? The blueprint is right here in front of you. Now it's time to build it.
Subscribe for more actionable executive summaries, and if you want deeper insights and exclusive content, support the channel on Patreon. You'll find the link in the description.